I've always felt led to go on a mission trip, but not necessarily to an international trip. I'm a social worker by profession. My career is in social work, and so I'm used to working with vulnerable populations and see a lot of the needs here locally within the Jacksonville community and even just within our country. And so I felt led to be able to give back within the United States. And so when I heard about the trip to Clarkston, and that it's with refugees, I was super excited. We spent some afternoons helping out in an after-school tutoring program for refugee children, and so that was fun, to say the least. That was super fun. We did that. We also spent another afternoon in Section 8 housing with an after-school program with elementary age students. We also helped out with a drive-through food pantry in Atlanta, which that was super cool and super encouraging, and just to pray over those coming through the line. We also helped out with packing back lunches and self-care kits for a homeless shelter in Atlanta. And we worked with Chef D there at the homeless shelter to organize his kitchen and the food pantry. And it was just really cool working with him, hearing about his testimony, his story, and how much he has a passion for that population in Atlanta as well. We were able to spend some time and support the Refugee Sewing Society, which that employs local refugee women there in Clarkston to be able to sew beautiful products like this headband that I'm wearing. They also make handbags, earrings, ornaments, and 60% of the profits go to the refugee women themselves. So that was really awesome to be able to support them and be able to bring a piece of that back here to Jacksonville. One thing that I saw God teach me throughout the week in Clarkston is to pray without ceasing. And I saw that firsthand with Angela and Toddy as part of our team. They're part of our prayer group here at Jets. And so just working with them and hearing them just use the Holy Spirit to speak through them. And even just with Annie and Brian as our leaders, it was, an exhausting week, but an exciting week. And so whenever we felt that exhaustion or just losing some patience, just remembering to rely on the Lord and pray for that peace, that comfort, that strength, and just get us there safely. And the Lord provided, and then some. So now in my everyday life, just whenever I have an anxious thought or thinking, a fearful thought of, God, how are you going to work through this? Just trusting in Him and praying, just changing that thought into a prayer, knowing that He's going to provide, has been encouraging to take back home. I think if you're wondering about taking the next step for a mission trip, you absolutely should. Whether it's Clarkston or an international trip, it's super exciting to be able to take that step of courage and to trust in the Lord and see how He'll work through you.